so staying away from gluten. So I'm just going to take 200 grams of almond meal and about 1/4 cup of decadent, or desiccated rather, decadent as well, coconut. Super simple this recipe is. All I'm going to need is 1 egg, always free range. Manning Valley, definitely a favourite. So is Gunning. Oh, well, Australia's bum nuts now. They're my other favourites, so they're the 2 that I usually use. With the eggs, we want them to be room temperature. Keep them cold if you want to separate the yolk and the white easily. But in this case, because we're making a crust, we want the egg to solidify while cooking and emulsify all the ingredients so they stick together nicely. So we're going to add 1 egg of that. We're also going to melt the butter. We're going to use about 85 grams. And the great thing about most butter is they have the little grams on the side here. So we're just going to use a little under 100 gram mark there. So I'll get that done and come back to you. Okay, so at this point as well, I may add that if you choose to, you can add about a tablespoon of sugar of your liking. If you're after more of that sort of slow releasing sugar into your bloodstream, I would suggest going more natural and alternative sugars. I'm still to try monk fruit, which I'm very curious about, but usually honey, maple syrup, coconut sugar, they're my top ones that I usually go for. But because we're making that cake, that was more so to be able to, you could eat it at breakfast. I'm actually going to skip on putting sugar into the crust. So just the 1 egg, usually also cracking an egg. Usually do it in a separate bowl if you're not confident enough, just in case the shells get mixed in. In this case, I'm feeling fairly confident. I'm just going to mix that in nicely. Okay, and then I'm going to tip my 85 grams of butter, which I heated up on the stove. But if you have the microwave, by all means, feel free to heat it up in the microwave, probably like 30 seconds, I'm guessing. Okay, so once it's lovely and flattened, I'm just going to prick this so that you can get more of that air circulation in between. So just cook straight through and it doesn't make any pockets of air, unwanted pockets that we don't want in the final results. Okay, that should do it. Okay, and then I'm just going to simply use almonds. As I said, I'm going to pay $6 to $8 for some weights. And what you could actually do here as well is what I should have done is actually lined the base so that the almonds don't stick to the crust. But that's just going to add beautiful more flavor. But if you're using rice or beans, I would strongly recommend just putting another thing of baking paper over the top. There she goes into the oven. We're just going to lightly bake it, so recommend for 15 to 20 minutes, just so till the crust is kind of nice and golden brown.